GTA 6 is full of Easter eggs, and today in this video I'm going to cover 10 Easter eggs you might have missed in GTA 6. Welcome back to GTA Minutes, let's get into the video. Number 10, Manhunt Hippos. Rockstar Games has a long legacy of beloved video games and has amassed a pretty respectable collection of franchises. One franchise that's become dormant over the years despite fan feedback hoping for a sequel is the Manhunt series. Survival horror is a hard genre to find profitable success in, and the genre is likely the primary reason there hasn't been a new entry in the Manhunt franchise. Thankfully, GTA 6 features purple and blue hippo trash cans in the Broker Amusement Park, which are a direct reference to Manhunt.
Towards the beach. Our goal is to evac in a place where there's loads of places to hide, but in order to get there, we need to cut through the part of town where there is also...
Number 9, a certain video. Now, Easter eggs come in many shapes and sizes, and with Rockstar Games, you never know how family-friendly or vulgar they're going to be. The internet is known for viral videos that come out of nowhere and to take the world by storm, and the in-game radios in GTA 6 mention a rather notoriously disgusting one. The video in question gained internet infamy years ago for displaying some rather polarizing activities. According to the internet, it's in the best interest of everyone to do themselves a favor and avoid the video at all costs. Number 8, Chuck Norris. For years, Chuck Norris was the focal point of jokes, and the middle school kids across the world had a blast telling each other the most ludicrous ones they'd heard or thought of. In the years since Chuck Norris's presence on the internet has relegated itself into a relic in many ways. Players in GTA 6 have reminisced over Chuck Norris in Cluck and Bell's restaurants, as they can come across an action figure labeled Cluck Norris. That's very obviously a reference to the martial arts television star who took the internet by storm in the early 2000s. 7, Super Mario Bros. Players who venture to the arcade in Chinatown called Videogeddon will be treated to Easter eggs, some being quite obvious and others taking a bit of work to figure out. Outside of the arcade is a wall featuring sprites or characters featured in the games by people who can play inside of the arcade. One of these sprites is a rip-off of Mario from Super Mario Bros., intended to pay homage to the popular 2D platformer from Nintendo. It's pretty much just color swapped, which fits considering that was a common practice in early fighting games to provide additional characters. Number 6, Hillary Clinton. It's no surprise that former U.S. Secretary of State and presidential candidate Hillary Clinton wasn't a huge fan of video games. She advocated for new regulations that would be put on video games, a perspective that seems so out of touch, especially in 2020. Her face is embedded on the Statue of Liberty in Liberty City, and she's holding what looks to be a hot cup of coffee. The coffee seems to be a reference to the sex scene scandal that led to Clinton taking the developer Rockstar Games in front of the Federal Trade Commission following the release of GTA San Andreas. Number 5, Wayne's World. Before the days of Austin Powers and Shrek, Mike Myers was a standout member of Saturday Night Live. One of the bits turned into his multi-film franchise called Wayne's World and featured him and Dana Carvey as Wayne and Garth, respectively. In GTA 4's first DLC episode titled Lost and the Damned, players acquire a car called the Rhapsody. On that car's dash is a picture of Wayne and Garth from Wayne's World, which is fitting considering that film featured an iconic scene with Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody as a musical focus. Number 4, Halo Show. The Grand Theft Auto games do a great job of building these living, breathing worlds that feel complex. A neat detail Rockstar Games does is add fake commercials and television shows that play on screens in the world. Players who tune into the television channel called Weasel can come across a rather popular and familiar character in the gaming world. The show is called Republican Space Rangers and is a clear spoof of Xbox's mega franchise Halo and features Space Marines wearing green armor flying a ship near a ring. Number 3, achievement names. GTA 4 happened to release at a time in which achievement hunting was an all-time high, and developers were using them as additional ways to include Easter eggs and homages to other forms of media. The Liberty City adventure had numerous achievements that did exactly that. Some of these achievements included one titled Assassin's Creed, a reference to Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed franchise, as well as Finish Him, an obvious and direct reference to NetherRealm's iconic fighting game franchise Mortal Kombat. Number 2, police brutality. The next entry might be triggering to some readers, but given the current state of the world, this Easter egg needed to be included. Rockstar Games loves to make satirical jokes, but at the same time they also like to engage in political discourse. GTA 4 features several scenes players can come across that feature police brutality, including these in a video game. May seem unnecessary on the surface, but including them adds to the immersion of the game and showcases how real and common these horrible acts are. Number 1, Vice City and San Andreas. Rockstar Games understands that their fans love the Grand Theft Auto series and will appreciate any connective threads they place between the titles. GTA 4 is a prime example of this, as it has an Easter egg nod to various other games in the franchise. On the Liberty Tree website, players can find an article that references urban legends in Liberty City, likely influenced by the urban myths from San Andreas. A mini golf course in the Funland amusement park features 2 miniature models of buildings from GTA Vice City. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye and take care.